Lucifer, the fallen angel beside God, revolt out of hatred for God. He believes that God is responsible for the newly created human race. Pamper too much. In his opinion, humans are both fragile and easily seduced, and worthy of such high attention and love. Lucifer begins to question God's justice and wisdom this further. It exacerbated the conflict between him and God. Washifa teachers bring change to heaven. After the failed mutiny, God cast him into the dark abyss, became the master of hell. Later, the powerful Satan, I want to harvest the souls of all human beings, God knows, made a balance contract with him. The rule is that neither side can interfere in the world. It is up to the world to choose depravity or redemption. The old man dies and goes to heaven. Bad people go to hell when they die. If one party breaks the rules, we'll start a war between gods and demons. But there's always a bunch of little devils behind it. I want to upset that balance. And one side wins. And there are exorcists. He is the famous hell detective Kong. As long as Stanley comes to the world to make trouble. We'll talk about that later. Beginning of the story. There is a story about a weapon that can see gods. It's called the Spear of Destiny. Real name Longinus gun. It was the weapon that killed Jesus. Legend has it that as long as you have him, you can control the world. But since World War II, the Spear of Destiny disappears. Time has come to modern times. Outside an abandoned church in Mexico, two scavengers are collecting wine bottles. The man in red didn't mean anything on the way when he reaches out to bring something up. But I saw a side of anger. It is the legendary Spear of Destiny. When he picked up the Spear of Destiny, suddenly the body was driven by an evil force. His companion called him but did not respond. Only the red man's body is intact, and the car isn't recognizable. At this moment, around 10 appeared in his hand. The word pattern, and then he took the fate knitting in his hand, headed to the gathering place of demons. The camera turns. The scene comes to a Chinese community in Los Angeles. A mother is administering medication to her daughter. He sent medicine to his daughter's room as usual. However, after my mother opened the door that day, but he collapsed to the ground due to a strange phenomenon. I thought my daughter just had a high fever, but it's definitely not as simple as getting sick. Encounter such a phenomenon, usually only ask an exorcist for help. As an exorcist, Constantine had 3 assistants. The fat man is responsible for helping him find paranormal cases. Glasses South Demon, specially collect all kinds of holy energy to deal with demons. Little apprentice Charles is in charge of driving. In addition, he also likes to study how to deal with paranormal books. It just so happened that the fat man received a message from his neighbor that day. A girl is suspected of being possessed by a demon. I find myself unable to handle it. So, I notified Kong Jae. After entering the room, he didn't say a word and pulled down the curtains. Then take out a different holy energy, picking out in the sun, until I found the one that can deal with the devil. After the tour begins, he pressed tightly between the girl's eyebrows with holy energy. The girl immediately passed out, although peace seems to have been restored. But Kong Jae knew that the devil had not left. Just then, the devil wants to rip out of the girl's throat. Brother Kong hit the devil back with a heavy punch. Immediately after, he ordered everyone to find a long mirror and look at the girl. He told the crowd, don't open your eyes no matter what you hear. But oftentimes like this, there are always curious people who are disobedient. I saw this man aging rapidly. Then Brother Kong hurriedly blindfolded the girl after the end. Brother Kong suddenly saw the girl Beijing. I also feel a little uneasy. Then he told the fat man, please pay attention to whether there is any recently other demons haunt. To make it easier to track, the clue is that Brother Kong took off the fat man's amulet. And this time, a mysterious man holding a coin is eavesdrop on them. There seems to be a huge conspiracy brewing. The other side, a policewoman named Angela was on a mission. When he killed the fugitive again, come to church to confess. He never understood. Many colleagues work until they retire without firing a gun. And you always know where the criminals are hiding. You can even guess where they're trying to escape to. So you hit the target every time you shoot. Doubt is a mental problem. But the priest told him, this is all God's plan. Isa was in the mental hospital that night. Bell seems to have received some kind of calling. He sneaks out of the room and onto the rooftop. And this time, his hand also appeared with the man in red. It's the same pattern. And he's pulling down the sand. But Angela doesn't believe it's true. Because my sister is a Christian in Pyeongchang. Troubled. So Kong told Beeman about giving girls exorcism. He felt that the devil seemed to want to use the girl's body broke into the world. But that's illegal again. Common sense is that in the eyes of the devil, people are puppets, not the medium. They can control humans, but not beyond the dimensions of reality. Although it is true. But Kong, I still hope Beeman can check the scrolls for him. See if there is any precedent for demons breaking into the world. Subsequently, the little apprentice Chow sent Brother Kong to a church. It just so happened that the policewoman Angela also came to the priest at this time. He hoped that the priest would give it to his sister, a formal Catholic funeral. But due to suicide in the church, is an unforgivable crime. Therefore, the priest did not grant his request. And Kong is here to find the Red Angel Gabriel. He suspects that demons are trying to break into the world. So, he wanted to ask Gabriel to help him extend life investigation. However, Gabriel saw through his mind at a glance. He told Kong, You can't go to heaven like this. You have a selfish intention not to let yourself go to hell. To exorcise. Rather than true belief, God wants to use exorcism in exchange for a place in heaven. It doesn't work. What heaven needs is for you. Smoke 30 cigarettes a day at the age of 15. Why are you going to hell? Because you committed suicide, so no one else is to blame. Magical shattering now. You can encounter demons on the street. Kangjae also realized the seriousness of the situation. Then he and Chuz went to the midnight bar, but Chuz was stopped at the door. This bar is an absolutely neutral place. He is a haven for angels and demons. The bar owner is known as Midnight Daddy. Kangjae and he are old acquaintances. So, I decided to come to him, borrow a chair that can see the past and the future clearly, so that we can find out the truth. But as a balancer, Dad stands in a neutral position. It is inconvenient to intervene in this matter, whether angel or devil. Helping either party will break their original neutrality, as long as the balance is not upset. When Dad won't get involved. Balthazar, the demon flipping through silver coins, suddenly appeared. He was just eavesdropping upstairs, the mysterious person in Kanji's conversation. Facing his provocation, Brother Kong wanted to send him to hell on the spot. But in this bar, Daddy won't allow a fight to happen. At the same time, Angela is at home. Check the surveillance video of the hospital rooftop. He found out that his sister was dying. A person's name came out of his mouth. That was Constantine. So that night he followed the clues to find Brother Kong. Angela hope he can help investigate the cause of his sister's death. But Kango learns that he has very little life left, and soon going to hell to sign up. So, he's not interested in helping. When Angela left, there was a sudden earthquake in the house. Kangjae knew he was being watched by the devil. Then Kangjae said that the two sides cannot interfere with human beings. However, as a police officer, Angela, but I don't believe in these supernatural stories. At this time, one after another of street lights suddenly went out. Angela thought it was a blackout, but the light next to the Virgin statue in the back is on. Then Kong took out the holy cloth and wrapped it around his hand. With the last few lights going out, Kongo and Angela are completely engulfed in darkness. As the demons charged towards them, Kangjae immediately ignited the holy cloth, instantly killed the devil. See many demons appear. Kangjae is finally sure, in the wager between God and the devil's side has broken the rules. Angela was vomited by a thick sulfur tail. It's in the Bible. Hell is a hot, red place, where the flowing face is a river. Yellow sulfur mountain. So, where the devil has appeared, will be full of strong sulfur smell. Kong can feel it. These demons are from Angela. So, he changed his mind, decided to help Angela take a look. Did my sister commit suicide? It was said earlier that people who commit suicide go to hell. Since Angela doesn't believe her sister committed suicide, then Brother Kong has to go to hell to help him confirm. Soon Kong arrived at Angela's house. He asked Angela to prepare a basin of water. Then I found the kitten that my sister had raised before her death, to assist with channeling. Then ask Angela to wait outside. I saw Kang's feet stepping into the water. Then he stared at the cat's eyes. Just as bubbles rise in the water, time instantly forbids Kangji from coming to hell smoothly. It's a bleak place of fire and sand. Underground are countless screaming and struggling souls. At this time, the devil here also smelled Kangji's body. The smell on. Kongo searched for Isabel's soul all the way. It didn't take long for him to finally find it. But by this time hordes of demons had swarmed. Isabel threw the patient belt out of her hand. Then he turned around and jumped down into the abyss and let the devil devour him. The devil is ready to tear Kong to shreds. In the nick of time, Kangjae grabbed his hand at the last moment, returned to earth with the holy water that burst the Jordan River. Angela had just arrived at the door. I was called in by Brother Kong. The whole process seems to take less than a second. Subsequently, Kong handed over his sister's patient number to Angela. He couldn't believe that his sister really committed suicide. On the other side, Thaddy followed Brother Kang's instructions to investigate all recent murders. He can touch certain things. Listen to heaven. Information on the 3 realms of hell. It was explained in the play. He can listen to the voices in the ether. The so-called ether is believed in classical philosophy. Filled with. The whole thing was drunk by the fat man. In the end, the fat man died of alcohol poisoning. Left a clue for Kangjae. When Kongo and Angela arrived at the scene, the fat man has lost his breath. Fortunately, Brother Kong still found the pattern in the fat man's hand. Then Kongo told Angela, he had yin and yang eyes when he was very young. You can see things that ordinary people can't see. He committed suicide. In Kangji's words, in the 2 minutes since he died, it's like a lifetime. The doctor came back. Brother Kong also knew that he could, in hell and on earth, but apparently no one would believe such a paranormal event. So, he was admitted to the hospital as a mentally ill person. Kangjae believes that people before committing suicide, sure to leave some information, and the outsider returned to Angela with something to hide. Finally, under the constant pressure of Kangjae, Angela won't speak. It turned out that he and his sister were children, frequently blow at the windows to exchange messages. Finish. Angela breathed on the window of the hospital room, and on the glass. Sure enough, the message left by my sister appeared. It says Corinthians 17. But here's the weird thing. The book of Corinthians in the Bible doesn't have this one. And Kango told him that in the hell version of the Bible, there are 21 of them. In that version, The world will not perish at the hands of God, but to be reborn under the rule of the devil. Then the world will become purgatory. After that, Brother Kong asked Beeman to help inquire the pattern in the fat man's hand and the information in the book of Grinder. And Beeman is in the hell version of the Bible, found this pattern. It turns out that this pattern is sold by the son of the devil, Mosine, and it's written in books. Mammon doesn't want to be ruled by his father all the time. He longs to establish his own kingdom on earth. But if you want to come to the world, you must meet 3 conditions. The first is to find the spear of destiny. Second, need to find a powerful psychic that can be possessed. And Isabel is acting as a psychic. An important bridge between. After Isabel learned of this, willing to sacrifice myself to go to hell. Don't let the devil succeed. The third is the need to rely on the power of God. Finish. The last condition for becoming the son of the devil to come to the world. And the simple answer is this. Just need to be in heaven. Find an angel with the power of God. Then the force suddenly kicks in on its own. And there's a fly crawling out of the eye. When Congo and Angela arrived, Angela immediately smelled the smell of sulfur. This means the devil must have been here before. Sure enough, after Brother Kong met Beeman, he has been killed by the devil. Seeing people die one after another for this, Angela, like Congo, doesn't want to be with her sister. Sent to a mental hospital, he pretends he can't see anything. Later, on the day my sister was sent to the mental hospital, he hoped his sister would tell the truth, but Angela lied at the time, claiming that he cannot see ghosts. Then my sister was sent to a mental hospital, and after a while, he really lost it. However, Brother Kong had already expected all this. He told Angela, "Your sister accepted this ability, and you refused, and that's why you're alive today." So, he asked Angela, "It is better not to continue to pursue the suicide of my sister." Angela thinks the reason why her sister died. I have a lot of responsibility. He hoped Kong would help him regain his psychic powers, then find out the truth behind my sister's suicide. At the same time, it can also provide Kong Jae with more clues about the devil. In the end, Kong Jae promised Angela. Then the two went to the bathroom. Congo told Angela, and the only way to recover is with water as a medium. Experience near death. Water is an all-purpose channel that can help you cross the enchantment. Angela just got into the bathtub, but I didn't stop wanting to come out for a breath. But he found Brother Kong didn't mean to let him out. So, he started struggling, and Brother Kong still pressed his chest tightly. Just when Angela Congo has no way out, so Kong Jae went to the midnight bar again. Borrow that chair from Dad. Now the balance of the 3 worlds has been disrupted by the devil, so there is no need for Dad to continue to stand neutral. Subsequently, Brother Kong told his father about the plan of the devil's son. After listening, Dad finally agreed to join the water supply room. Put the cross in the water tank. Brother Kong, surrounded by an army of demons that has already been arranged. He said nothing, pulled out a lighter and pointed it at the fire suppression system, sprinkled with the holy water soaked in the cross. These demons suddenly showed their true form. Then Brother Kong took out the demon hunting troll. Kill them all. When Congo and Chaz came to the pool, the two discovered that the son of the devil had abandoned the man in red and successfully possessed Angela. In a fight, Brother Kong is obviously no match for the son of the devil. Fortunately, with the help of Chaz, it was barely contained. Brother Yang quickly recited the exorcism spell. Then Angela finally regained her calm. However, the son of the devil did not leave. He's going to break out of Angela's degree. Brother Kong held down the son of the devil, but it didn't work. Then Chaz suddenly remembered the prayer he read from the book. And at this time, Brother Kong has no better way. Just read along. I didn't expect it to actually work. They managed to crush the son of the devil back. At this moment, Chaz has also been recognized by Kong Jae, and he was smug about it. An inexplicable force lifted him up, rushed to the ceiling. So many hits. In the end, Chaz also died of his injuries. The super VIP of the bar is gone. I saw my apprentice die tragically. Kong Jae instantly turned on the rampage mode. With the rune in his hand, he began to summon angelic power. I didn't expect it to be Gio Bailey who came down. Now Brother Kong finally understands. The power of God is the mutinous Gabriel. The reason why the son of the devil crossed the border and came to Earth. It is because of Gabriel's assistance. And before Balsa, the black lead that blows away is him. And the same person who killed Chaz. I think my father's rules are unreasonable. No matter what crimes humans have committed, as long as you repent sincerely, you will receive God's forgiveness and enter heaven. Instead, devout believers, anyone who makes a mistake will be sent to hell. Under long-term observation, Gabriel discovered, humans only face their fears, will appear high. Shang's products reveal a kind nature. He believes that only those who have been baptized through hell to be qualified to go to heaven, so that humans will cherish the opportunity to go to heaven. After saying that, Bai Lai blew Kong away in one breath. However, Brother Kong also knew that he was no match for Gabriel. He begged for God's help, but God didn't respond. Then he suddenly remembered that the devil Satan once said, as long as Brother Kong dies, will come in person to collect his soul. So he cut his wrist directly, waiting for Lucifer to appear. And Gabriel has now come to Angela's side. He calls out to the son of the devil and Angela. In order to successfully bring the son of the devil to the world, Gabriel holds the spear of destiny, ready to steal Angela's belly. But just as Gabriel was about to release the final stage of the devil's child, time stops. Then, Lucy in a white suit descends to the world. He really came to collect Brother Kang's soul. Kanji told Lucifer that your son is across the street. The advent is about to be completed. Now, he has found the spear of destiny. With the assistance of Gabriel the archangel, Lucifer was a little skeptical at first. When he turned around and went behind another door, Lucifer discovers that her son is really with Kappa. Conspiracy. And he picks up Angela. Then release time. Saw Lucifer here. Gabriel was very surprised. He told Gabriel that this was me. Lucifer hugs Angela, and the reflection on the floor is his son's appearance. Watch his plan for Lucy Law destroys. Gabriel plans to use the power of God, attack him. However, the rebellious Gabriel has been killed by God. Receive his power. Then Lucifer threw his son back to hell first. Then he burned Gabriel's wings to ashes. I did myself a big favor in Kanji. So Lucifer plans to extend his life in return. But Kang refused. He wants to spend his life in exchange for Angela's sister going to heaven. As long as Lucifer promises Kanji, let him go to hell now. Lucifer readily agreed after thinking about it. So, he dragged Kanji step by step to hell. But not a few steps. Lucifer noticed that Kang's body was getting heavier and heavier. Can't drag it. At this moment, suddenly a bright light shone on Lucifer's face. And Kanji also rose from the earth and floated to heaven. It turns out that Brother Kang sacrificed himself just now. The act of redeeming others is known to God. He finally got his ticket to heaven. Just as Kanji was proud, Lucifer grabbed him in anger. Then turned the tower on him into cancer. The cells came out. Kanji's lung cancer was cured in an instant. He wants to keep Kanji alive, because he thinks people like Kanji. Sooner or later you will make mistakes and go to hell. He can wait for Kanji's soul slowly. A moment later, Kanji and Angela both woke up, and Gabriel became mortal. Now I just want to die. But Brother Kang only gave him a hard punch. Let Gabriel understand what pain is. Kanji knew that if he really killed Gabriel, after death, you will still face the end of hell. After that, Kang asked Angela to hide the fate weave. It's best to hide where no one can find it. Brother Kang, who has experienced to deaths, finally understands. It turns out that God really has his plans. It's just that some people are willing to accept. Some people are unwilling to accept. Brother Kang replaced the cigarette that never leaves his body with chewing gum. He just wants to live well now. The screen changes. Kanji went to the cemetery to mourn the dead little apprentice. After he put down the lighter he usually uses, suddenly, a pair of huge wings spread out from behind. Turned away. At this point, the plot of Hell Detective is all over. Yeah.